right. Welcome to Talk Smack, Merry Ricemas,
Hi.
Yeah, just, already, this is, Phantom of H, P to the H, P to the H, PH2,
Phantom of Hope here.
Double H, half hope, hope of yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, well,
thank you.
Basically,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're here to look forward to 2009, pretty much. This is what we're here to do. It's like, we thought that, based on Christmas and everything, it's been a very great year for Talkback that we started many months ago. And I wanted just to thank all of those guys, all of our les membres who have made Talkback a very special place. It's like, without you guys, really, Talkback wouldn't really be the thing that it is. So now, for this show, really,
Christmas is a time of thought, a time of
psychology, psychosis.
Well, yes, it's a time where people can really take stock of all the wonderful things that have happened over the years.
100%.
Give thanks to all those wonderful people who have supported Talkback. And I'm so happy that HWH here has agreed to have me here.
Let's not agree with our contract. Say, listen, okay, you're here. Okay, it's not like if, oh, yes.
Yes, but I'm saying because obviously he had to make a call out to the big daddy himself.
Listen, no calls needed to be made, okay? He came with me on his own accord, so this is okay.
Thank you for having me, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. So yeah, but now let's get down to business. This is really based on, we are going to do more of a recap of 2008. It's looking forward to 2009 New Year's show. But for Christmas, this is still looking forward to 2009 because 2009 is a very big year.
Yeah.
Phantom of Hope has already dubbed the year of the thieves.
That's right.
The year of the thieves.
The year of the thieves.
So yeah, have Phantom of Hope.
G.
Nick McDonald's, Snideman,
J.J. Abrams,
J.J. Rams.
And I'm sure we're missing, there's one other rat running around somewhere we're missing.
Bayforman's Revenge of the Fallen. Yes.
So, basically, here's how it works. In today's day and age, we have a bunch of guys, grown men, who cannot make up movies for themselves. So, they
lack of original ideas.
Yeah, no original ideas. So they go and they steal a guy's stuff, Terminator. They go and kick a guy out of production process. Dragon Ball Z.
Because
the actual creator has some thoughts. We have Watchmen as well. Then we have Mike G, one of the biggest thieves who... His production is so rubbish.
Race Street Legends!
His production is so whack that...
Bill said it's alright.
Bill said, how's it going? It's alright.
That's right.
And then we also have Cameron himself saying he never gave anybody any blessings.
It's messed up.
So, it's messed up, I'll put it to you that way.
It's messed up.
It's messed up.
The reason why 2009 is such a big year because this is a year where Talkback can really come into fruition because this is where what we have built is really tested. Because 2008, we've seen TDK, we've seen, and obviously we have our issues with TDK and everything, Nolan, Daylight, blah, blah, it doesn't think about tone, very
those
weird.
Accepted issues with your...
Well, TDK, I think the only guy that shares my views of TDK is really Renegade and Big Mike, I think. Everybody else
Big Mike,
is like with TDK, but that's to one side. 2009, it's a big year.
Let's bring it slightly. Let's not leave it on the side.
Okay.
Let's say Renegade and Big Mike. It takes a lot for your eyes to be that open. And I, as an outsider, okay, I'm a featurer here, so I actually come in and talk with HWH here and say, if those guys have the foresight to actually be agreeing with what you're saying, I have to say, guys,
Listen, really, the gist of what they said really was like, that they were expecting this to enter into Batman psychosis, the Batman character. But in the end, we didn't get that. He was the least developed character in the whole film. And it's like, with TDK and everything, I just do not believe... It's one of those weird things. It should get the credits it deserves, but at the same time, it shouldn't. Because it is 10 times better than everything else out there, but everything else out there is so crap.
How can you call a movie The Dark Knight that isn't dark?
it's a very simple thing, you know.
1 second, please.
As you know, you're saying like, yeah, you call your film Dark Knight, but most of it takes place in the day.
Wrong.
I mean,
Unacceptable.
Yeah, as I've said so many times on the forums and everything, you know, people have come with extremely intelligence. You don't understand the thing. You're looking. I mean, why does it have to be dark? You know, there were many dark elements in there. Oh, there were scenes that were in the night. No, it's a very, very simple thing. There should be a particular emotion that you should get when you watch the film. When you watch a film called The Dark Knight, and you're coming from a Batman fan, you should be watching and saying, man, Batman suffered in that film.
Frank Miller said it, and he's right. They forgot Batman, or this is a Batman movie. It's a Batman movie. Okay, I'm sorry guys, but Batman wasn't in that film.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make a character like Harvey Dent have a greater story arc than Batman. If you're a Batman fan, that should be the most criminal thing ever. How you can Harvey Dent has much more of a dynamic and a bigger story arc than Batman.
This is a guy who only just came on the block a year ago, according to the time frame in the actual films. And he's only had one movie, Batman Begins, and already he wants to retire.
Yeah, I mean,
already he's taking a step back to now.
For me, that's just extremely stupid. Like, based on what's happened to this guy's past and his parents and what's made him to become Batman, this is something that is ingrained in his mentality.
Let's get one thing clear. Okay? Nolan is. Nolan thinks I don't know what he thinks he is, because he keeps coming out with these lines like, I don't know if there's like
genre, homage.
Well, we'll see if there's a story to be told. Mate, Batman comics have been coming out for like the last 4 billion years. I think somehow there might be some stories to tell.
You can go to Jeff Loeb's house now and he can give you about 10 possible Batman stories that could possibly be told.
So the only way a man cannot know what storytelling is obviously a guy who has no clue what Batman is all about. That is proven by Dark Knight. He already ran out of things to do with Batman by Dark Knight.
Like the very fact that he's basically trying to clutch onto the right story that can be told for Batman means that
what is this guy talking about?
He means that he really does not get it. Because if you get and you care and you really, really understand the Batman character, there are so many stories to be told about his character.
Batman has like about 400 billion stories.
Because,
I mean, what is this guy? It's like, this is a man who I think has gotten into his own hype too much. He believes his own hype.
Because,
you know, it's like,
I will say it again and again, and guys will say that this is controversial or wrong. Dark Knight is Christopher Nolan's worst film.
Oh, of course it is. Come on.
You know, and guys are like, what happened? Go and watch Prestige. Even go and watch Begins. Go and watch in some. Dark Knight is nowhere near. It's not even the same stratosphere as Prestige. And after watching Prestige, I was like, oh my goodness, Dark Knight is going to be incredible. Like, it's going to be like the most craziest story ever. But it's like, I mean, when the dust has settled and everything, and I now come to reflect, and I've now watched the films more times, you know, The Dark Knight is not as good as people say it is. It does not deserve a Best Picture nomination. Best Director nomination, yes, maybe if you remove the fighting scenes, because those are the worst film fighting scenes I've ever seen in my life. Fact.
Guys, let's get real. You guys claim to be Batman fans, whoever's watching this, and you accept a man delivering a movie to you that has no fighting in it. That you can't see what's happening in fighting.